Welcome, this is Nathan and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to continue taking a look at Scenario where Civilization starts over. Episode 61? I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be episode 60, but I don't think it is. In the last video, it's been so long since I recorded one of these. Honestly, just rewatch the video. I don't actually remember what happened in it. I'm pretty sure I'm not even sure. I'm not going to guess. All I know is that I think the Brown team was invaded by Russia. But anyway, today is a pretty important episode because we are going to be finishing off the Age of Freedom. Now, it has only been like 10 episodes. Not really 10. It has only been like 5-6 episodes. I don't remember when World War IV. When did World War IV end? I don't know. But we're kind of leaving the Age of Freedom. Now, why? Well, countries, people, so even like people, leaders, and countries, even countries around the world are beginning to like kind of see the end of the Age of Freedom. Now, it may not technically end. It may not technically end this episode. It may not technically end in this world right now. But I'm saying that this will probably be the final episode of the Age of Freedom. What do I mean by that? Well, because what I mean by that? Well, if we take a look at the ideology layer, Brazil, Australia. I need to update this. So I really don't want to update this. Brazil, Australia, and Russia have had no consequences whatsoever for their rapid expansion. And the world is kind of at the point where they are like, are we going to do anything about these powers? Because they're rapidly expanding and we don't seem to really be doing anything about it. Mostly, the country that is actually pointing us out the most, it's the Chinese Union, who, I need to point this out, it's right now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, they're the most prosperous country in the world. You want to live in this country. In fact, East Asia right now, minus the green team and this guy by here, I'm not sure about this one, it's booming. The economies over here are booming. Oh yeah, Japan also exists. Kind of forgot about that. Didn't they join? Yes, they did. But you want to live in East Asia. Vietnam, maybe Burma. Vietnam, Burma, Thailand. I don't even know if this is Thailand. Burma, Vietnam, the Chinese Union, Siberia, the Korean countries. Not Korea, I gotta find a new name for it. Sakhalin, Hokkaido, maybe Japan. All these countries are like really good to live in. Where you don't want to live in is in Red Australia, and Brazil. There's like no freedom of speech there at all. And I mean, living in Russia's not bad. It's just I wouldn't. It's not the best. Well, we're actually going to be starting this episode with. Well, we're going to start this episode with this layer, because I don't remember what I called it. The organization of countries. I really don't know. I'm not good at remembering names. It's been so long since I recorded. Because we have a couple more countries joining this. Coming down here to Europe, the Cyan team. Oh my god, that is way too big. The Cyan team, Denmark, this guy, and the Purple team will all be joining in on this alliance. This almost this might actually, Europe might actually be the first continent to be fully filled in. Coming over to Asia, who are we adding? Well, we're going to be adding a couple of countries. Most specifically, the central guy by here. I don't even know what to call them. We have Thailand. Are they Thailand? I don't know. Sri Lanka. I feel like this should have actually happened a while ago. Anyway, that's going to be everyone in Europe. Nobody in Oceania is joining, because, well, there's only one country to join, and that's not going to happen. Coming down into Africa, I don't know. Libya can join. North and South America? No, nobody's going to be joining. Well, I'm not sure about South America, because there is only one country here that's part of this a lot, part of the AN thing. I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to call it AN, because that's kind of ripping off this pro. But anyway, I gotta take a look at the alliance there. Okay, yes. I do remember correctly that there is it was like, didn't I make this, I think, in the last episode? Yes, there is a new Czech alliance over here in Asia. Asia, Europe. And, I was about to say this, no. Okay, let me get rid of this, because otherwise people are going to think Russia is in this economic alliance. They're not. They have no ties with the Mesopotamia, don't worry. Anyway, we were talking about Russia. They're a dictatorship, and they have probably been the most aggressive country in the Age of Freedom so far. And they don't look to stop. But the thing is, they've begun reaching into areas that weren't theirs. They now have cultures of the yellow team, which, let me ask you, that is only like one area. But what I'm trying to say is that Russia is, they're starting to mix a lot of cultures together. And that's, hold on. They're starting to mix all cultures together. Even then, like, Russia is still made up of quite a couple of cultures. And these different cultures are not having the right freedom. Now, obviously, the AN or whatever I called it, they don't know about what's going on in Russia. I mean, they just think they're an expansionist country. They don't realize that they're suppressing their people. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting. But in the last video, I think it was the last video, they expanded into the brown team, making, the red team and the yellow team worried. I think they asked for protection from the Mesopotamians, but were refused, because for some reason. And then the Czech alliance formed, which, if Russia were to attack it, they maybe could hold their ground, but I don't think they would get a lot of positive, well, they wouldn't get any positive, they'd have a lot of they would from the fascist countries, but there'll be a lot of negative feedback from invading the Czech alliance. Anyway, I wouldn't do it. Finland is a top 10 power. Even if you want more access to the Baltic Sea, take what you've got. I don't think you need any more. The blue team here, no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm really not sure what I should do with these guys. But attacking any of these countries could easily get things to escalate quicker. So, where does Russia go? They have 4 options. They could attack the gold team, but that might escalate tensions with Mesopotamia. And the world right now doesn't exactly want another global conflict. There's the red team, but they hold better ties with Mesopotamia than the yellow team, so you go after the yellow team? No. I honestly, that would look horrible. So, I don't think that, yeah, no. No, we're not doing that. So where is Russia going to go? Invading the blue team, even though they're not part of the Czech alliance, it could escalate things. It could escalate things in a direction they don't want to go. So you have to pick. Escalate tensions with the Czech alliance further, or escalate tensions with Mesopotamia further. Well, they're going to be invading the gold team, because the Russian dictator does not care. He doesn't care. This area has a lot more valuable resources than this tiny thing, and he doesn't care. So Russian troops will begin to enter into the gold team. This is the wrong layer. Russian troops will begin to enter into the gold team. And this, yet again, is making this guy panic like crazy. But again, another one of their neighbours is getting attacked by Russia, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. Russia will quickly cut this country into 2 pieces, going down into the border of Mesopotamia, which Mesopotamia is gonna start sending troops to, which makes the world panic, because I can guarantee that if Russia and the Mesopotamia's got a war, that would hurt the world. But with the Gold Team losing this area over here, they begin to get crushed in, and Mesopotamia is kind of actually maybe doing something behind Russia's back. They might just be sending some ships over to save as many people as they can, as well as the president of the Gold Team. Because once the Russians get down to the capital, yeah, and bye-bye. So Russia will completely take over the Gold Team, yet again, full annexation. Russia has not spared a single country they've invaded. Every country they've invaded, they have fully annexed, and they don't seem to have any idea of stopping. But at this point, Mesopotamia kind of does realise Russia might actually be becoming a threat, so we have to start preparing just in case. And how are they going to prepare? Well, they're finally going to be signing a defensive alliance with this guy. As, this is obviously becoming a bit of a threat. But they finally sign an alliance with the Red Team. So, if Russia attacks the Red Team, they're attacking Mesopotamia, which knocks an option off the list. But Russia's going to go into a bit of a, dormant era now. There's not really anywhere left to go. I actually never realised it, but they do go to the board of the Purple Team. But again, no. Russia's happy with what it's got for now, and they're happy with what they've got, so why would they need more? Obviously, they're going to want more eventually, but this new area they just took over has a lot of possibilities for, oil and stuff. But anyway, we're coming down to Red Australia. I really should change these guys' colour, because I don't like how they are the same colour as a disposed Australia. I don't exactly remember when these guys made their last move, but their last move isn't going to matter because they're making another move. Yet again, we have another dictatorship or fascist country going on the move. And there really is only one country they could be attacking, and that is the Purple Team. So, troops will land over here. No. Troops will land over here and take over this island. And from here, we have a naval landing being made on this island. I don't remember what it's called. This country is really weak. It's not really that economically developed. And they've been struggling since the end of World War III. But they will be invaded, and sadly, they're going to collapse. So let's take a look at this peace treaty. In the peace treaty, they fully annex the Purple Team. And this is pretty alarming to the rest of Indonesia, because if they don't really, if they don't do anything, they're gonna get eaten up by Australia. So who are these guys ruled by? They're ruled by somebody, but they decide that that they're gonna attempt something. Now this is gonna be risky. It may not even work, but they're gonna give it a go. They're gonna unite together. Now I'm gonna keep the Cyan Team color because I actually quite like it. But all of them unite together to hopefully threaten Australia. It may threaten Australia, but we'll see. So they all unite. Their capital's going to be in Java. Maybe a bit of a risk, but it's the most populated island in the country. And just like that, we have another fascist power expanding. Nothing seems to be going on with the world. They don't seem to be doing anything about it. Now, the Circle Alliance is kind of like saying to Indonesia, you can join us. You do know that. You can join us. And Indonesia is they don't want to join, but seems like Red Australia isn't going to stop. They might actually be better off joining, but they'll think about it for now. I'm not guaranteeing they're going to join, but they'll think about it for now. Anyway, remember when Mesopotamia invaded the Lion Team? Well, nobody knows about what I'm about to say. No country knows about what they're doing. But the Mesopotamians are beginning development on those bombs. Nobody knows about this. Only the scientists who are working on these bombs and the top of the government know about this. So some of the government doesn't even know about this. Nobody in the world knows that the Mesopotamians are creating the bombs that Mesopotamia, the Lion Team, used in World War IV. Now, why are they developing these bombs? Because they don't really have any enemies. I mean, like, Russia? Yeah, I mean, they're an enemy, I guess. You could use that on them, but I don't know how the world will feel about that. There is the fascist countries, but I don't know if you're going to be able to launch them that far. And there's America, who isn't an enemy, more like just you don't have good relations with them anymore. But we're actually going to stay on the topic of America here. America is very suspicious of Mesopotamia because they invaded the Lion Team again. Like, they're suspicious about that. But, America wants to, they're going to be invading someone. Now, yes, at this point, the Age of Freedom is basically coming to its close. And, this is officially going to end when America decides to invade a country that nobody expected them to invade, but they're going to be invading Greenland. Now, they're not part of an economic alliance. Well, economic alliance. They're not part of a military alliance, but they are part of this economic alliance. And this economic alliance feels betrayed. America had good relations with a lot of these countries, and they just began invading one of their members. So, this shows that America doesn't seem to care about friendships. They're invading, like, they didn't have, I guess America didn't really have relations with Greenland, but you know what I mean, like, the Americans invading Greenland, and the American Navy it's good, I'll say that. It's definitely better than Mesopotamia's Navy, which is like the only category they're better in. But America will be landing right here, like in the southern bit of Greenland, and will begin moving around. They see little to no resistance from Greenland here, as they will head up and capture the capital of Greenland. And from here, Greenland is gonna kind of fall. Well, they are. Greenland will just collapse. Like, other than what they own there, they're not very strong. And we can take a look at a peace treaty, which, America will only be annexing the island of Greenland. So, Greenland's left to this, which is not going to be able to function as a country. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to unite with the blue team. Yeah, I'm sorry, there is no way this thing would function as a country. It's a bunch of Arctic islands, and the only thing they have going for them is, like, the only thing they have going for them there is population. The only thing they have going is natural resources, but even then, Greenland was struggling alone in Greenland. So now that they're those islands, they're just going to go over to the Canadians. But America has just expanded and taken over Greenland. And America is now going to be extracting a bunch of resources from Greenland. And this is going to make America's economy rise. It was already pretty good, but this, with now the owning of Greenland, there is natural resource galore, which is kind of the reason they invaded it. But they wanted the resources that Greenland offered, because there is lots of natural resources there. oil, wood, all of it. It's not the most farmable land, but they just want it. And this is officially it. The world feels like the age of freedom is over. Because America, Mesopotamia, the countries that were being the most democratic, don't seem to be doing their democratic rules anymore. They seem to be going down a path similar to the countries of Russia, Brazil, and Red Australia. It's Australia now. And that's not good. The world is entering into a new stage. The age of... It's the age of not trusting each other. The age of unrest. What I mean by that is it's called the age of unrest because people don't know whether to trust each other. We saw this with the invasion of Greenland. America invaded one of the Square Economic Alliance members, which they had good relations with. We kind of saw it with the Yellow Team in Mesopotamia when the Yellow Team asked for defensive alliance and Mesopotamia refused. We're entering into a new stage of the world, which hasn't had a phase like this for a while. We're now entering into the age of unrest. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you're ready, because the age of unrest is going to be the build up to World War V. Yes, I'm just saying it. The age of unrest will definitely be leading up to World War V. I'm not going to give you how many episodes the age of unrest will be, but it will begin the build up and it will begin setting the stage for World War V. At this point, you probably know what World War V is going to be about and which countries it's versus. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're ready for the age of unrest. Because I am. I have a lot planned, and I hope World War V is going to be a fun thing for you guys to watch. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.